So you just got a MetaQuest, and the obvious first game that you download is Gorilla Tag. But after a little bit of playing the game, you realize that you suck at the game. If you suck at the game like I just showed you, then this is the video for you. In this video, I'm going to go over everything from walls to branches to floor, including everything in between. That way you know exactly what you need to about Gorilla Tag. Also, my Discord is in the description, so go check it out. Alright, the first thing you're most likely going to learn is pinch climbing, because it's extremely simple. All you need to do to pinch climb is just grab the wall, pull yourself in and up, in and up, in and up, until you get all the way to the top. And while you're doing that, make sure you move your arms in a circular motion. So circular motion, in and up, in and up, in and up. And you're gonna repeat that till you get to the top of double walls. Alright, so pinch climbing is simple. Everybody gets that. Easy. But now, there's something a little bit harder you have to learn. That took me at least a day to figure out. And that thing is double walls. So in order to get to the top of the double walls the fastest you can is by bouncing from side to side. But it's not that simple. See, everybody would tell me to bounce from side to side, but you can't just do that and expect to figure it out. So the best way to do it is bounce up and then hit up to the other side. Up to the other side, up to the other side. Don't just hit back and forth or else you'll just be doing this and then eventually fall down. Bounce up to the other side, 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 up to the other side. And you keep doing that till you get to the top. Also, if you get motion sick from jumping down, don't worry, that happens to everybody. Everybody gets motion sick the first time they play the game. Alright, now that we got our double walls out of the way, let's go into our second category. Walls. The first thing you need to understand with walls is you're not going to get it the first day. It will at least take you a week to understand how to do walls. See, it took me 3 months to figure out how to just wall climb, and I almost gave up on it, and then I just randomly started being good at it one day. Alright, so in order to wall climb, you need to put your arms like this, in like an angle, pointing up. So that way, like the best way J-Man Curly explains it, is like Frozen. You bounce. Throw your arms down like you're skiing. Throw your arms down while bouncing from side to side. Throw your arms down while bouncing from side to side. Throw your arms down while bouncing from side to side. I know when I do that it looks easy, but it's really not whenever it's your first time trying it. So don't be mad if you don't get it the first time. Next up on walls is Lucio. It'll be easier to show you what Lucio motion is whenever I'm closer to the camera. So it's like moving your arms in a bicycle motion against the wall. I more do it like this, kind of like that, but because that's just the way I learned it. But most people do it in like a circular bicycle motion against the wall. So, seeing it close up, you can easier tell. Now I'm going to show you on the wall. Alright, the next thing I have is wall running. Wall running is really simple. You just run across the wall. But what the mistake most people make is they try to do it like how you would run on the floor. So they would like do a whole bunch of random stuff. No, you need to adjust your hand with the wall. Keep your hand at a flat angle against the wall the whole time. And then just like swing it like this. As I said, wall running, you're probably going to get first try. Wall running is the easiest thing on the wall to do. And the last thing on walls is vertical. Vertical is going to take you the longest thing to figure out. I didn't figure it out till like 6 months of playing the game. But hopefully this will help you figure it out easier. So vertical is just like moving your hand really fast in a circular motion. Not two hands like Lucio, just one. And if that doesn't work for you first try, just try to like bigger movements, like bouncing up and down. Not like wall running though, because wall running you're trying to go against the wall. Vertical, you're trying to go up the wall. Remember, if you can't do like really small movements with your hand, you need to go big movements like this. Now I'm going to show you a first person view of all of that. The next category is ground. There's 4 different types of running on ground, but usually the most effective type of running is with your own style, the way that you came up with that you think you run the fast. Alright, so whenever you just get the game, the most common run you're gonna do is with 2 hands, like this. That's bad. You don't want to run like that. Instead of just bouncing up and down, you need to run parallel with the ground, running with 2 hands instead of both. More like this. Once you get that first movement down, you're going to want to move to something faster because you're going to notice that you get tagged all the time running like that. So if you keep getting tagged all the time, I'd say you should try this. Funny running. Keep your hands really close to you while moving them really fast like this. It's a lot faster than running like with your arms parallel. And also you have a lot faster movements. Third type of running is called Lucio running, which is the most common you'll see in like competitive lobbies and stuff like that. I don't personally use Lucio running. I think it's kind of slow and I tag people really easily whenever they Lucio run. But I'm going to show you how to do it anyways because it's faster than funny running. With Lucio running, it will be easier to show you in the third person view. So what you're going to do is with your front arm, you're going to swing it in big motions like this. So I'm going to show you. Then with your backhand, you're gonna be wanting to like push like this. So like this. Now with a combined movement, it should look something like this. Like I said, I don't personally use that type of running, but you can if you want to, if you think it suits you. The final form of running is whatever run you think suits you the best. So try to like come up with your own run that you think is fast. Personally, I've come up with something that's pretty fast. So this run, you need to use the opposite of your dominant hand. So if your dominant hand is your right hand, you need to run with your left hand front. It's kind of like Lucio running. So with your front hand, you need to use bigger motions than Lucio. You need to swing your arms all the way out as far as you possibly can to where your elbows popping like this. It's almost like flick tagging. Then behind you, you need to be flicking the floor like this. So with a combined movement, it should look something like this. I'm going to show that in third person now. If you like that run, I don't care if you use it. I'm not like defensive about it. I really don't care at all. But I suggest you come up with your own run and then try it and find the fastest form that you like running in the most. Alright, so for the fourth category is branching. There is a lot of stuff that goes into branching. I'm going to show branching in first person because it's easier to learn that way. So with branching, you need to find at least 3 routes that suit you the best. And I'm going to give you 3 routes that I think for like somebody who just started could really learn and be good at. So for the first route is this. If you couldn't really tell what I was doing, you can play back the footage and try to see it step by step. This is the second route. That one was a little bit more complex than the first one, and it will probably make the person who's chasing you get lost pretty fast. But if they don't, just remember these are easy routes. So if they follow you pretty well, just make that expected because these are pretty easy routes. Alright, and then for the final route is this. Those were easy routes. I'm going to show you one hard route. It always trips people up. They can never follow it every single time. And I'm going to show you it. It's going to be really hard to learn though. The route starts here. You can use any of those routes. I would suggest them, but I would much rather you try to make your own routes. Or what's even better is free branching. You just run around, bounce on any branch that's in your reach. There's another form of branching, it's called under branching. I learned about it and I didn't really know what it was until somebody taught me how to do it, and I don't think it's that hard, to be honest. So basically all you do is you just bounce off the bottom of a branch like that to swing to another one. It's pretty easy. I'm going to show you a few examples of it. In fact, I used one of these in one of my routes, and I'll show you it. That was an under branch right there. The most common thing you'll see on under branching is this route. See, the very first thing I did was under branch. Most people under branch in these three branches right here. It'll be something like this. So yeah, I'd say under branching is pretty easy. I don't get how people say it's so hard. You'll be able to learn it in like a day or two. Next up, this is the most important aspect of branching. The most important aspect of branching is cutbacks. So cutbacks are basically when you're like, looks like you're on a straight route, but then you bounce back onto a different branch instead of going the same direction you were going before. I think this is a pretty good example of it. That was everything for branching, but now this is an even more important category than branching, and that is jukes. If you don't know how to juke, then you're basically cooked, because if you're just running in a straight line, they're gonna catch you eventually. You have to learn how to juke. The first juke I know that I used to use all the time, not much anymore, is crab walking. Crab walking is basically where you run from side to side trying to juke the lava monkey. And if you do it long enough to where the lava monkey's like lost where you are, you jump over them and you run away. The second juke, which is the most common and popular juke ever, is the slide juke. So I don't want a lot for Christmas, but there is just one thing I need. Basically all you do is you put your arm through and then you swing around. This is how it looks in first person. It's simple but effective against new players like yourself. Another common and popular juke is the hospital flip. So all you do for a hospital flip is drop down, swing your arm under, and then jump back. This is the first person view. Oh my gosh, I just fell. There we go. Alright, that's it for my Gorilla Tag tutorial. I hope you found it effective, and I hope you're duking and destroying everybody in those casual lobbies of yours.